with what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with, but it so fits. Because here I am feeling grounded and loved and connected with all that is, and I got a doctor that lets everybody know that he's about the love and the connection of the heart, and he has no problem demonstrating that. And I made my day. And I get out and I read this report and I go to the end of it, and it says prognosis 6 to 9 months to live, or 6 to 9 months of life. And it got me. I know the truth, but it got me. I've heard it before, at least before verbally. They gave me 9 months to a year for crying out loud. 6 to 9 months of life. And I went to that place of feeling very weepy and wanting to just sit there in the parking lot and sob for a minute. And I said, you know the truth. I know, but the pain has been so great today. It didn't take much to knock me off that truth. And so the first thing I know to do is when something like that happens, I start picking up the phone. Who can I talk to that's not going to preach to me and tell me that I know better than that? Who can I talk to that's going to honor the vulnerability and the place that I was in that moment where I hooked and offer up, what can I do to support you and hold you in this place right now that you're in? I know you know all the stuff that I want to tell you. What can I do to support you? And so after a couple of phone calls, I was feeling my way back in too. But I thought, isn't that what this is about today? It's like my goal after that was, how do I find my way back to the center of my being? How do I find my way back to the truth? How do I find my way back to knowing that I am not my body, that I am eternal life, and that I am here with the most precious gift that anyone has, like you all have, and it's the Christ within. That's what this body is for, to house that. How it takes form and how it takes shape and what it does to serve is really none of my business as long as I'm willing to show up. How can I get back to that level of confidence? How can I get back to that place of knowing the pain will pass? How can I get back to that place of knowing I am not my body when I've just been given that, and in my vulnerability, just all that at once? And thank God I've been practicing this for several years, because it told me what to do. Number one, pick up the phone and surround myself with people that hold me in the light and know the truth about who I am. And when the time is right, they'll say it. And when the time is to hold, they do it. And I thought, wow, that's exactly what just happened. And so this morning I was getting ready to come to work. Come to work. Oh, that sounds so yucky. This is not work. Like that. There are times when it definitely is work, and I don't mean physical work. I mean showing up, being the authentic me work. And so I had a friend that sent this email, and it was from I don't know if he calls himself a guru. I kind of doubt it. He seems much more humble than that. But anyway, at the end of his 10-minute talk was exactly what I needed to hear, because it was all about that we're not our bodies. It was all about that, yeah, these bodies are great and we're to care for them and all that, but I'm going to say what he said. I'm going to read to you what he said. I kept putting it on pause while I wrote it down so I could share it with you, and he said this. So with our Beatitude in mind, this is a time body, a mortal body, but the immortal is living in it. The game of this life is to go beyond the surface and to find that pearl of non-dual wisdom and the timeless being. It is inside the cave of your own heart. All the sicknesses on the earth are there to help us to look beyond the limited field of the body. Take care of the body, but you don't have to worship it. Worship the indweller. And I think that sums up this Beatitude really well. Let us remember to continue to worship the indweller and do whatever we need to do to hold true